Welcome to Special Vids for Special Kids.
Hello learners, it's Miss Hall here, and guess what? Let's explore.
The state of North Carolina is made up of 3 geographical regions: the mountains, Piedmont, and coastal plain. The mountain region is in the western part of the state. Its elevation, or how high it is above sea level, reaches more than 1 mile high. The border between the Piedmont and mountain regions is a line of mountains called the Blue Ridge. Why do you think they have the name blue? The Blue Ridge Mountains are a part of a larger range of mountains called the Appalachian, possibly the oldest mountains in the United States. Mount Mitchell is the highest point in all of the eastern United States. The Cherokee Indians lived in the North Carolina mountains and first met European explorers in 1540 when Hernando de Soto came there in search of gold. The first Europeans came to settle in the area over 200 years later. Travel was difficult back then in the steep and muddy roads, and most families only grew enough crops and livestock for their own needs. Gold was discovered there in the 1820s, bringing a gold rush. The Batchelor family started a coin-making business, which is called a mint. In 1827, a new road was built called the Buncombe Turnpike. This allowed the people living there to trade and sell their crops more easily, and tourists came to visit too. Because more Europeans could now settle in the area due to the road, the United States government made most of the Cherokee Indians leave. The Cherokee people had to travel by horse, wagon, and on foot a very long way to Oklahoma. Their journey is called the Trail of Tears. The Western North Carolina Railroad was built in 1880, and in 1887, construction began on the famous Biltmore House. Over 1 million people visit this giant fancy house in Asheville every year. Asheville is also known for famous authors, artists, and musicians. Apples are a big part of the mountain area farming, as are Christmas trees, which grow there really well. The Pisgah National Forest provides a home to many native plants and animals. And in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, a herd of elk were brought there in 2001. Elk are a member of the deer family, but much bigger than our native white-tailed deer. Elk used to live in the North Carolina mountains a very long time ago, but were hunted until there weren't any left by 1900. Since the early 2000s, the herd that was brought there has increased, and now there are over 150 elk living in the area.